Something's creeping, it's right outside. So come on in, and don't be shy. We've got ghosts and UFOs. Brace yourself, get ready for the show. Don't be afraid of the dark. The fun's about to start. Nightmares our tales will inspire. Oh, tonight at the Scaredy Campfire. Have you heard tell of a demon next door? Or maybe a cryptid on the lake shore? There's nothing too strange for us here. So if you're ready, stamp out your fear. Don't be afraid of the dark. The fun's about to start. Nightmares our tales will inspire. Tonight at the Scaredy Campfire. Whoa, whoa.
Welcome back, campers, to episode 16 of the Scaredy Campfires. Tonight, the fire burns low, and the air feels heavy. These are the stories that remind us the world is not always as it seems. That sometimes something else may be listening, just beyond the dark. Not every shadow belongs to the night. Some stand on their own, silent and unyielding, waiting for someone to notice. For Reddit user u/embarrassed ruin 195, what began as an innocent game in a cousin's backyard turned into encounters with figures that defy reason. Entities that seemed less like visitors and more like something waiting to be followed. Back in 2020, I was 13 at that time and was on vacation. I was staying at my cousin's house, and their backyard is full of mango trees, and not so far from the mango trees there's a private property, more like a grass field, but a lot of tall bushes and lake. We were playing that time with my cousin, and we rode bicycles until we reached the private property. We basically trespassed in it because there were no fences or gates, and that place was a perfect place to play. When we got there, I suddenly felt uneasy, but just brushed it off and continued to play until I saw a tall black shadowy figure standing from afar under the mango tree. My cousin also saw one not far from the one I saw. We weren't scared that time because we wanted them to play with us. When I was young, my parents always say that I have an imaginary friend and can talk to some spirits and can see one. When we got home, we noticed that it followed us, but we didn't think about it that much since we thought that they were our friends. Days passed and we still played with them. We even talked to them, and sometimes they often stand beside our bed watching us sleep. It was just fine, but one night when I was throwing the trash outside, I saw another figure and it scared me because it was so creepy and much more taller than the previous one we've seen. So I hurriedly go back inside and tell my cousin about it. Little did I know that was the night that we would start to turn my world upside down. I noticed that my cousin was acting different and starts persuading me to come with her and attempt to kill ourselves. And yes, we did attempt to kill ourselves on that night. We sneak outside and start tying a rope on the mango tree to hang ourselves, but we didn't succeed because the dog almost bit us, and the dog was also acting strange. We decided to go on the highway and just let a truck hit us, but I hesitated because I was scared from the other side of the road. I seen the creepy tall figure that scared me, but before I can say a word to my cousin, she already pulled me that results as crashing with a truck. Before losing consciousness, I see the tall figure that we considered as friends standing from afar, looking at me. When I regained consciousness, I was already at the hospital and waiting for a surgery to be taken. I was expecting that the tall figure will show up when I woke up, but strangely, it didn't appear until now that I'm already 17. Until today, I was wondering why did we do that and what was its connection with the tall shadowy figure I've seen. To this day, the user wonders what those towering shapes truly were. Were they only shadows, or something darker reaching into their lives with purpose? The questions linger unanswered, and perhaps that's what makes them most dangerous. After all, some shadows don't disappear with the morning light. They wait until you return. Some nightmares end the moment you open your eyes. Others follow you into waking life, leaving marks that shouldn't be there. For Reddit user u/my darling darkness, years of battling sleep paralysis had built up a tolerance for terror, until one encounter blurred the line between dream and reality. This time, the fear wasn't just in her mind. This time, it left a trace. I have suffered with sleep paralysis since I was a child. Throughout all my years of dealing with this, I have had some truly horrific experiences. However, the one I had a couple of days ago has been the worst one yet. I woke up not feeling the greatest. I was up a few hours, and after not feeling much better, I decided to lay back down and try to nap it off. I was turned on my side facing away from our bedroom door on the far side of mine and my husband's king-sized bed. I felt my body relax and I fell asleep rather quickly. Next thing I remember is slowly opening my eyes and seeing our bedroom wall and the door that leads to our bathroom, as the bathroom door was closed. I then tried to move and couldn't. As I've been through this many times, I was already mentally telling myself I was in a sleep paralysis and I needed to focus on trying to move a little, such as wiggling my fingers, or a tip I learned online. However, I'm already feeling scared and I can feel my heart racing. I then hear the sound of our bedroom door open and close behind me, as our bedroom door makes a very loud and distinct popping noise. I immediately thought it was my husband coming in to check on me and thought he'd be able to get me to snap out of this horror. That thought quickly vanished as I heard heavy stomping running around the bed until they stopped directly in front of me, and I see a very large and tall black figure standing in front of our bathroom door. This is the same figure I encounter in almost all of my sleep paralysis experiences. I can never make out any features. Before I can register any other thoughts, the large figure lunges at me. I feel the heavy weight of this thing on my body, and it feels like it's crushing me, especially in my ribs. As previously mentioned, I'm still laid on my bed, on my side with both my arms pulled up and my hands are tucked under my pillow. By now I've closed my eyes and I'm trying so desperately to move. That's when I felt teeth burying into my ribs. I don't know how to truly describe the awful feeling. It's an intense feeling of pressure, pain, and almost a tickling sensation, and it's one of the worst things I've ever felt. At this point, I'm trying to thrash away and trying to scream, but I'm still completely paralyzed, and I feel like I have no air left in me, and I never am able to make a sound. I can literally feel this thing's mouth opening and closing in different spots along the side of my ribs. At this point, I'm mentally screaming and pleading to snap out of it. The next thing I know, I sit straight up in the bed. My heart is racing. I'm broke out in a cold sweat, and I can still feel tingles in my ribs on my left side. After my eyes dart around the room and I find it to be completely empty, I lift up my shirt to inspect my side. The skin is not broken, but the whole left side of my rib cage is bright red. I've done a good amount of research on sleep paralysis, and I understand the scientific explanation for it, but waking up with physical marks from these experiences is brand new to me. I have had a ton of anxiety when it's bedtime ever since this experience. I find it a bit hard to believe there's nothing evil or demonic about these sleep attacks. Even now, my darling darkness struggles with bedtime, wondering if the next attack will only happen in the dream world, or if it will break through again, teeth and all. Was it only the mind playing cruel tricks, or something darker feeding on the helpless? The question hangs in the dark like the figure itself, waiting for the next time she closes her eyes. That ends episode 16, campers. Shadows stretch long, and silence holds more than comfort. Until we meet again, keep the fire close and your eyes open, because not everything in the night wants to stay hidden.
As the night gets longer and the darkness creeps in, with the eerie silence broken only by whispering wind, come gather round the fire, the flickering flames, and hear the tales of the spooky and the strange. A chill up your back, a shiver up your spine. You'll be haunted by the things that you find. Legends will unfold and stories will be told at the Scaredy Campfire, for only